Hello, Leo. Welcome to Eden Eye Tarot, where we illuminate your stars and your cards. My name is Micah. I will be your astrologer and tarot reader for today. Today, we'll be getting into the solar eclipse in Libra and how it'll be affecting you. Before we get into that, go ahead and drop me a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers by March 10th, 2025. I feel like we can do it, but I need your help. Tell a friend to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content that I create here. But without further ado, let's get on into it. We have this solar eclipse happening for you in the third house, which is about communication, learning small skills like gross motor skills. We could talk about learning, communication, connecting, and networking. And I think that's a big part of this actual solar eclipse for you is creating like new friendships, new connections, getting out and networking. It could be a good time where you're doing a lot of um, late night networking. I say that because Venus is in Scorpio, in your fourth house. And so I'm wondering if you are doing things under the cover of night. It could be like a time where you go out with family or you're creating networks through family, maybe even talking about possibly moving when it comes to family, whether that means like moving back in with family, moving family into your home, or just moving house could also be something I see with this as well, because Venus in Scorpio in your fourth house can be like change of real estate or changing something about the documents or, moving in with someone. If you're looking to do that, I definitely think that that could be something that's happening. A lot, quite a bit with that third house and fourth house connection. I could see that for sure. Melting in with somebody else's um, kind of resources could be something I could really see with the ruler of this eclipse that has so much to do with new beginnings in relationships, really ruling over this solar eclipse for you and it being connected to the third. And so it could be like moving back in with someone or just creating some sort of new connection. But I feel like it's more so about real estate than it is about business. It could be about business, but I think this is speaking to more like cohabitation or like moving into a new space together with someone in a cohabitation kind of situation. There's changes coming to the home, or there can be like some redecorating that's happening, possibly, taking up some sort of remote or more, I guess, like private or intuitive kind of communication. Or I don't know, for some reason, this like gives me very much like writing letters kind of vibes, like something a little bit more private, or just something that is a bit more too intuitive. So getting it maybe a bit more artistic, writing poetry, I could see coming out of this solar eclipse, or something more like artistic and creative writing. I could see coming out of this as well. It could be a time that you hear from family members in particular that you haven't heard from in a while, in particular women. It could definitely be something that we see quite a bit of. If it is in that case, it can rattle you a little bit. Venus is squaring off with your ascendant. Of course, if you're a Leo rising, there can be some shakeups when it does come to relationships and conflicts with others, having to do with maybe what is not being said. I really want to caution you to make sure that you're reading the fine print or getting a lot of clarification on communication that's being had when you're creating new connections, as well as like when you're agreeing upon things with people that you know, or talking about or bringing up the past is something else I could see with this not lunar eclipse, with this solar eclipse in Libra as well. There could be like talk of the past. And I think a great deal of healing can come up if you're willing to be a bit more vulnerable about how things might have affected you, to be able to kind of come out of that cocoon of pain. No, not a cocoon of pain, but like, just, being very open and honest about how something might have affected you in the past, to be able to heal from it, to kind of propel you into a better situation in the future. Whether it does have to do with moving in with someone, really expressing those fears with that person, to kind of get everything out in the open. I think purging, as well as like just literally like opening the door to let fresh air in is a really good metaphor for this eclipse in particular. So for the solar eclipse in Libra, the cards that we have so far are the Two of Cups. I'm not surprised by this at all. Yeah, the Two of Cups is a lot about like communication with a loved one. Um, there can definitely be, like I said, like some conflict communication, or I could even just see like, maybe communication that has to do with fears about change as well. I'm not surprised that we are also getting the Ace of, I'll show you all these cards in just a second. Um, we have the Two of Cups, which we were talking about communication, being open, honest, and just very transparent with your feelings about a situation. We have the Ace of Swords, which is that communication or some sort of new ideas, new sort of like inspiration, possibly about how to get to that next step. Then we have the Page of Swords, which can be learning something new, like we were talking about, bringing up, talking about like learning about possibly family history, or just talking about the past in our relationships, to kind of help heal what's coming. With the Page of Swords in particular, it can be, you're feeling a bit defensive about what is to come and you're on guard. But if we're able to face what is really bothering us on a more internal level and dig up the graveyard that we've that we've put to rest, but not really dealt with on our own, this can be a card that really helps us to learn more about ourselves and our situation and move forward. And to finish it off, we have the King of Cups, which says that practicality, but being mindful and emotionally intelligent, is a great way to be able to navigate and move forward, not letting your emotions own you. This can be a emotion filled eclipse, and I think you're really going to be voicing how you feel. The King of Cups is a warning, also to not let the emotions get the best of you, to not lose your head in a situation. Try your best to be practical and put that creativity, and the more like, I guess, like critical thinking side into play, rather than letting emotions just kind of rule the situation. Even if somebody else is being a bit more emotional, it can be hard to definitely be the bigger person. But I think in this situation, it would be best for you with creating change in the situation for yourself, not even just for them, and to be like, I can't control other people, but I can control me. I think that's something else that we can really get from the third house and the fourth house connection with this eclipse in general, is the uh, kind of like that hummingbird energy between you and another person, as well as the energy of Libra, is I cannot control the we, I can only control the me in this situation. So, with that being said, Leo, that is your astrology and tarot for the solar eclipse in Libra. I hope it is a good one for you. Please let me know any interesting tea or interesting stories. I would love to hear it. Maybe we'll start a series talking about some of the stories you guys have left. But other than that, I hope you have a wonderful eclipse, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.